You are live.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our race for EverHood Pacifist. I'm Clover.
I'm Lovebug.
And I'm Quentin.
We have two lovely commentators.
Yo, I'm Prison.
I'm Pinty.
And we're doing normal difficulty. And I forgot when it starts exactly, but let me just have a countdown.
Timing starts when you select a difficulty.
All right.
It's after you select normal. So.
Yeah. So, Pinty, can you do the countdown for us?
I can, yes. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck,
Yep,
boys.
good luck.
Good luck. Imagine forgetting to hold left or right because you're not sure where the prompt is coming up.
So the beginning of this game is pretty much fully linear. It's just a lot of text mashing and fights that you can't speed up in any real way. It's just about optimizing your pathing through the beginning here. Overworld movement
There are
is...
a few tricks the runners will be using, but
Yeah.
in Pacifist there's very few actual time saves besides just movement.
And Incinerator.
It's just optimizing it.
And Incinerator.
And Incinerator. We'll get to that when we're there.
True.
For now,
Yeah, overworld movement in this game is quite interesting with how it prioritizes certain directions when you double tap to sprint. So it takes a little while to get used to. It's quite tricky movement, but I mean, all of our runners here are very well practiced. So, as I said, that love pop runs into a wall.
Straight into a wall.
But for the most part, they're pretty clean. So yeah, a lot of mashing through text here. That will be a thing.
since this is an RPG, you're going to hear that a lot.
Oh yeah. You have Clover on the controller.
This is one of the shorter categories this game has.
I think it's the shortest, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, we actually just achieved sub 1 hour, or Jackie achieved sub 1 hour here just moments before the marathon, basically. So that's pretty hype, getting the run that far down already. Because it's a brand new game that just came out.
It's really impressive watching them run.
They're really, really, really good at the game. Like, they've found some really impressive routing through the few sort of time saves you can make in the few fights that have damage segments. They've really, really cleaned it up.
This is the tutorial fight with Froggo.
We do love Frog.
We'll be seeing
My
him
favorite
later.
amphibian friend.
Hmm.
Also,
Yeah, as discussed before, there's not really any sort of way to speed up these fights, the ones that don't have any sort of HP bar or damage meter, so it's just about surviving to the end. Obviously, the only time lost you could have is if you manage to, take enough damage to die.
I want to give out a quick warning, however. This level, the tutorial level, does not really have any flashing images, but we will soon become to a part that it will have flashy images.
Yeah.
So if you are really sensitive for that, I would suggest maybe watching out for that.
Yeah, definitely be a little bit careful.
The graphics in this game are very dangerous,
Very much.
and photosensitive mode doesn't really help too much.
No, I agree. I find that it doesn't really do much.
No. Sadly, it doesn't. I did enable it, just in case. But...
It does a little bit, to be fair. It's just, it doesn't really tackle I think it's the background images, right, you said? Which is the main problem.
Yep.
I think the brown mushroom fight is really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad you won't be seeing that in this run.
Yeah,
But
it's a
there is a
shame.
lot of like extra trippy fights in the game that we won't be doing.
This is the second boss, an ATM.
Hey, we
Automated terror machine.
got a has-to-have for Smuggles. And yes, that is a reference to Rick and Morty.
So just to explain a little bit about what's going on, we are playing as a doll who got their arm stolen by that blue thief in the beginning, and that's the character who we're currently chasing to try and get our arm back. That's why we're doing all these fights and trying to get into the VIP club right now. But for that, we need a smuggle ticket.
Well, actually, we need money, but we don't have money, so
True.
we are
Broke time to
So
talk.
take a coupon instead.
we are very poor.
I mean, you're some doll in the forest that exploded. I don't know why you would have money.
I think my favorite part about like the whole beginning segment of this is that you're defeating them by dodging their attacks.
It's a stamina battle.
You're serving them.
Yeah. They just decide to give up.
My favorite part of the beginning is getting to grind for the jump roll achievements, because the fights are very easy.
Yeah, so there is there are a few achievements in the game, and one of them consists of a few where you have to do a jump roll, which we'll probably see us all do, just to hunt down that achievement as well.
Clover is spamming that at the end there, the jump roll, and in their infinite wisdom, the devs decided to make a 150,000 jump roll achievement, so we've bit of a
I
grind.
don't know if anyone's gotten that one yet.
I think there are some people. There are some places where you can actually really grind it. Cart.
Yeah, it's if you do minecart post arm, right? You can just leave it infinitely grinding.
Yeah.
Oh, that would. You could just do that.
Here we
This
have
is
the
sick.
great song, very long fight though.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes long or something.
Yeah. And all because we smacked the drink out of his hand.
He really must have liked that drink.
Well, it was a million smackles, so he was kind of.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like an expensive
it
drink,
was a
right?
very expensive drink.
Poor Zig. He's the victim. And I know recently people have been trying to find a Zig skip, mainly because this is a really long fight.
I believe it's
That
the
would be
longest
huge.
fight.
Frog Red is 6.
Frog Wrath is shorter,
Is it shorter?
Yeah, it's 4.5 minutes versus 5, I think.
and you can cut it down to like 2 if you manage to kill him.
Yeah.
Catgirl is. No, Catgirl is also slower.
So I think it's just because like it's like a 2-part song almost, right? Like the Zig fight. The checkpoints are roughly like half the way through the fight. It's kind of like a second song almost. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a really good song.
Oh, it's a banger. I mean, all of them are, but that one in particular is like a really good ending song.
I saw this game on Steam, and I saw Zig, and I instantly remembered that I played the demo, and I didn't even think it was still in development.
Well, lucky for us, it was, because it's an amazing game. Like it truly is like a really underrated gem, and it has been blowing up recently, and I'm very, very glad. And hopefully that means the speedrunning scene for this game gets a bit more attention too, because we would love to have more people running. It's really, really fun.
And that's why we would like to thank you in advance, no Glitch Allowed, that we can actually showcase this game.
Yeah, I mean, mad props for letting us. It's awesome.
And then even in a three-man race.
3 times the fun. Marathon. The background for this fight, it wobbles so much.
It's a little bass.
3 side by side, and it just looks very funny.
He's jamming that hard.
Yeah.
I always think it sounds like he's going re at this part. I always find it quite funny.
So fun fact, you see those attacks don't look like they can be dodged, but you can actually jump in between them without getting hit.
I believe you get like a small window of invincibility when you're doing side-to-side dodges and jumps.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
very
excluding the tall attacks.
I
Yeah.
will try to showcase it at the end of this fight.
Oh, brave.
The red section is really good for showing it.
If anyone who doesn't fully understand the mechanics of the game, so in these combat scenes there are 2 types of notes. There's the ones you can see here, like there's obviously long lines of them right now, but the small ones with no bar above them, you can freely jump over those, but there are the ones with the bars which you can't jump over, so you have to sidestep them. So it kind of creates the dynamic of some notes can be jumped over, some can't, and you have to sort of react and judge in time.
There are 4 types of notes, but 2 of them we won't see till later.
Yeah. Because they
The
use a
other 2
mechanic
are...
that we don't have
Well,
for like
actually,
90% of the run.
some people already showcase it in Incinerator because those notes are also there.
Actually, it's more like 5. Yeah.
But for the most part, these are like the main 2.
Yeah.
Look at this, he's doing it.
Lovebot has defeated Zig.
He's done so.
Yeah, Clinton was showing off the iframe stuff there. So coming up now is a lovely little music puzzle that hopefully they will memorize the the answer to.
Been a while since I've done it.
Missed the 1 cycle.
Got it.
And now comes the probably the biggest single time save in the entire category, and it is Incinerator. So I believe Clover is going for the completion, and the other 2 are choosing to just immediately lose to the Incinerator, because if you clear it, there's a second part afterwards that is very difficult. It has some like RNG phases in it which aren't very consistent, shall we say. So you can very easily lose a run in them. And obviously, the later you die in here, the later you get to the next part. So you lose quite a bit of time if you do go for the live.
And the sad part is that the RNG parts are in the late part.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, you're gonna see 2 different fights on the screen right now.
Yes.
2 the same and 1 different.
If you pull it off, though, it's a big lead.
Yeah.
It's about 4.5 minutes, I believe. So it's quite the time save.
I gonna mention, at one time I managed to get to the second RNG part, and then I die. And then I have to do all the parts that everybody's doing now, as well. So that will lose me like 6 minutes.
Yeah. And technically, you'll only be a few minutes behind them, but in terms of general time save, yeah, you'd be about 6 minutes behind. So what happens if you don't clear Incinerator is you get put into this very interesting looking screen here with the stars, and there is a fight followed by a second fight, and between them they take about, I think it's 5 to 6 minutes? Or a bit longer even, I think. They're quite long.
I thought it was 6.5.
I think my entire split for Incinerator is 9 minutes long, with those 2
Including,
fights and
yeah.
doing the Incinerator part in the beginning.
This is a Pacifist speedrun, yes. Chicken Manful. So those guys will be going through these 2 encounters, and hopefully Clover won't have to do them. He has just cleared part 1.
Okay.
Part 2 is the difficult part. Let him focus here.
Please RNG be nice. That's not nice. That's not nice! Okay, so I can have 2 hits. The third one will kill me.
Okay, so he made it through the RNG phase.
That's the
beginning.
first one.
Yeah, there's a second one later, and it's longer and faster. But essentially, it's just random tiles that light up, and the way that you progress through that, we found is the best way is to just stay between 2 and just hope they both don't get lit up at the same time. That's pretty much where we're at.
So here we are. Switch between these 2 tiles. And we're going up.
Yeah, outside of the RNG stuff in this, it's just memorization with the incinerator. So
Hope I don't get hit. He says as he still gets hit. Okay, so now I have a small break and then I will go into the second RNG. Pray for me, because if I lose now, I'm really having a bad time.
good luck, man.
Oh yeah, if you die now, you're like minutes behind.
Yep.
But the risk is worth it.
Yeah, so when going for a PB run or a world record attempt, you have to clear it pretty much. And in my experience, it kills about maybe 1 in every 3 runs. You'll clear this, so it's quite a difficult thing to follow.
Hey, did somebody say clutch it? Oh, if I screw it up here now, I'm gonna cry.
Right, so everything from now is completely predetermined. He's learnt the patterns. In theory, he should have cleared Incinerator, and has now got a big time save on the other 2 runners.
I was not sure if I was gonna pull this off.
Just don't choke, it's that easy.
Thanks for that advice.
But he doesn't get to do the coolest fight in the game, so who's really the winner?
If you look at the other 2 runners now.
You're skipping the gnomes fight.
Well, the other 2 will showcase it for us here. So the gnomes fight gets a little bit trippy. The gnomes are having a bit of fun with us.
This is one of the biggest flashing lights in the game for fights. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that got a bit close.
Yeah,
No, you
I
cannot die
tanked
there.
it.
You cannot die. You can take 2
Definitely
hits,
can't?
but you don't take the 3rd one. You can never take the 3rd one.
So there's not enough time to take 3 because of iframes.
Nope.
I'll be honest, I've never tested that.
I did, kinda. Was not planning to do so, but oh, imagine dying there.
Clover is popping off now. Successfully pulling off an Incinerator Part 2 clear. He's now very much ahead. So the part he's leaving from now is where they end up after the gnomes fight. So he is minutes ahead now.
After the gnomes fight, they also have another cutscene to get through.
Oh, true, there's text, isn't there? Cutscene and text. So it's even more time.
By dying, you can get an absolute truth. There are multiple in the game, but I don't think any of the runners will be viewing any.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's not a time save, so nope.
Say no to truth. Embrace no.
So now Clover is on one of the most fun mini games.
Yeah!
The kart race. We love it. We do.
It's Mario Kart in EverHood. Well, actually, not Mario Kart, but look at those lovely
Now
sprites.
don't get hit in the kart race, Clover.
It's that easy, Clover. I think 1 hit, depending if it's like a full slowdown hit, like say you hit one of the fire hydrants, you lose about 8 seconds. I think it is. So
Okay, so I tried to practice
Multiple
this.
can be bad.
I tried to
If
practice.
you're at full speed and you only get hit once, it is like 8. If you get hit twice, it's like 10 now.
So I
It's weird.
tried to practice this and use the boosting on other players. And it actually lost me time because I screwed up so much. So we're just gonna go for safe and not trying to boost on other players.
I actually tested it recently, an unhealthy amount, and I don't actually think the boosting is the factor that changed to like the few frames I saved on world record. I actually don't know what it is. I'll be honest with you.
This part actually it makes you
It
feel
is the
like
starting speed.
It's not just. I mean, we all started max speed though on our records, right? So.
Well, you can't see the speed at the very beginning, and in that time it can tick up, which is probably where the time save comes from.
That could be the difference. Yeah.
very dodge that fire hydrant there.
Losing the kart race IL record was so sad because I knew I'm never getting it back. I tied that record like 9 times now. It is ridiculous. It's just random.
There has to be some sort of tech to it that we're going to discover like months down the line. And
What is the time?
I will work hard to find it.
It's the time.
The game is still super new, so it's bound to find or get a lot of stuff found at some point.
But yes, to explain what we're talking about fully, so
No.
126, oh no, Clover, it takes a bit of a speed drop as you see in the top right of the screen. 126 is the max speed, and you start anywhere from about 111 to 126 when you start the race. It's completely random for some reason. So to get a good run attempt, you have to have like a 125, 126 kind of range when you start.
Did we time
If
when
you're going for the world record and it doesn't say 126, then you have lost.
True.
And even if it does, you have to sit through 2.5 minutes of a gamble. Just to show the time save here. The amusement park is one of the, I believe, 3 areas you have to visit before getting the arm.
yeah.
No, 4.
No. Well, yeah, technically 4, but you get pushed into one.
Yeah, so you're just essentially going through, you need to get 3 door pieces to complete a broken door to be able to go to the place that has the arm. You didn't lose too much time there with your slowdown, you lost about 4 seconds, not even that, so
It's fine.
yeah, it's not like a massive deal. Maybe 3 actually, because you didn't start on 126.
You can take it.
Alright, maybe okay if I'll give a donation real quick.
Of course, of course.
Alright, thank you so much. So we have a $10 donation from Rowena. Comment is, anyone going for incinerator, which I think Clover did and got through it. So there's that. Put this towards making our Grumpus green. So thank you so much.
That is a community member from EverHood, so thank you very much.
I believe they are in the chat as well, so hi, thank you, awesome. Representing.
That second door in the amusement park is a trick.
Oh, pretty good starting.
Throws you in the drug dimension. It's a very sad experience.
So yeah, as you can see, there's kind of like a whole gap between one runner and the other 2 based on the incinerator here. They're kind of just playing catch up the whole run.
To be fair, it was worth the risk. On the other hand, if I failed Incinerator, it would have been me playing catch up to them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the same kind of time gap would have been, but the other way around, right? So
Yeah.
he took the
Coming
gamble.
up in the green mage fight, we will see the 3rd type of note.
Ah, yes.
This one is slightly dangerous. On the normal difficulty, you have 3 HP. Those skull attacks will deal 2. Which means getting hit twice will just kill you.
The spike he needs also.
Yeah, it's the skulls, I believe, and the special looking flat notes. I don't know what to call them, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
Oh yeah, the flat skulls.
yeah, like the flat skulls. Yeah, that's a good name actually.
They do the same thing except you can jump over them.
I think you can actually take the front of the big skull notes, like the blue ones in that fight, and just take regular damage. But if you jump, you'll hit the actual skull part and take the 2 ticks, like the 2 hits of damage.
Yeah, because the skull is slightly behind the actual note.
Love the rabbit.
Chase the rabbit.
As long as Clover doesn't die, then they have a solid lead.
Yeah.
Imagine me dying a few times at the final boss now.
Imagine dying on minecart.
It has happened before.
Not the worst time.
It has
loss.
happened before.
Definitely has happened before. For me as well.
Minecart is a difficult part of the run. Though it's not really... You save a few seconds doing it well.
So Clover has now been captured by Professor Eggman.
Yeah, Eggman!
Yeah.
Professor Orange is an interesting character, shall we say.
Dr. Orange and Professor Grundle is a duo that lives in the drug dimension, and you get captured by them. Thrown in a
Okay, if I
locker.
plugged another donation.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. We have a $20 donation from the Mustached Owl. Congrats on the incinerator. Good luck to all of our racers. And just, by the way, I would like to let one of us, whoever's in the chat, us mods know where you'd like your donation to go towards. That'd be great.
Thanks to Owl. They're another runner of this game.
Yeah. It's good to see all the people in chat.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting, and that's awesome to see.
And,
Great little community we've got here, isn't it?
and thanks for the congrats on Incinerator. The RNG part was not being nice to me.
It really wasn't, man. I'm surprised you cleared that, honestly. Really, really well played.
I was running for my life. Honestly, I was surprised he did not chase me more. Because normally you would just stand on like 2 to 4 tiles. I have walked like the whole right side of the board probably.
That incinerator did not look fun.
Yeah, you got really, really bad RNG. I think it's hard to survive those, but if you're really, really quick, you can.
I did.
Sometimes it's impossible, but you did. Yeah. I mean, that just really well
That
played.
was the ultimate life form.
And to give an estimate of how hard it is, I can complete it 1 out of 3 times.
Okay, we'll just say it's controller diff. You're the only guy on controller. They're both keyboard.
Yep.
Yeah, for anyone who, like, as I explained, like, briefly earlier, the overworld movement is quite tricky to get the hang of. It's a lot easier on keyboard and a lot more precise, I'd say. It's hard to get, like, the chained kind of sprints going on controller, at least I found, as someone who plays the fights with controller. But I switched to keyboard for overworld, and I respect you for playing controller.
You know that I never hit Grundle hitless? I just did it.
You just got the achievement.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this game has no hit achievements for every single fight almost. Not every single, but like near enough. There's a lot. It's like 72 achievements in the game. I think like 50 are no hits or 40 something. There's a lot.
This is, by the way, the hardest
quite
boss
crazy.
ever.
This is one of 2 bosses I got no hit in my first playthrough of the game.
Oh, I didn't, and I just got hit, by the way. Because that first note that appears is just coming out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, the transition sucks. If this was all fights, then that would be a preview to Cat God, which is a nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
That boss.
I actually didn't know you could do this. So you did like a text skip there.
Yeah, so pretty
Well done.
much you can, as long as you don't smash through that, you keep the text on the screen. So we actually just
You can just-
walk up and then go to this fight because it has to load the other text, so we just smash through it there to save. I believe it was 10 seconds, but I may be wrong about that.
Wow, look at this. I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's a small exploit.
Very nice.
But not a glitch, because glitches are not allowed.
No. Clever use of game mechanics.
Exactly. Or clever
this
use of
fight-
oversights, I would like to say. But
This fight is called the Quantum Battle. It is a fight that is not considered a fight, and it's his secret weapon to defeat us.
So, to explain a bit of what I just did, the developers of this game actually are really good with listening to the community and the bug reports. So, this is one of the bugs that actually has been fixed on later patches, which is why we run on lower patches for speedrun. You will see a few more tricks within the run that will also those are also actually patched, sadly. But yeah, it's for the good.
Yeah, I was going to say, we say sadly, right? But it is good for the game as a whole, and it's good that the devs are this attentive to the community and stuff. If you ever go on the Discord, they're always in there answering questions daily. They're very, very, very good guys.
Yeah.
I'm on the lookout in bug report trying to find glitches that'll actually be useful.
Yeah, okay,
and not
so
just the
same. So pretty much how we are like, they have a bug report channel, and we pretty much keep look of when somebody reports something, if we can use it in the speedrun. Some things have come from that, if I remember correctly.
And we need more people limit testing the game so we can find more stuff. Hint, hint, come help us.
Yeah, the Dr. Orange text thing, I found that in the bug report section. So, yeah.
In bug report, it's so sad to see so many posts about memory leak. Because it's true.
Yeah, the latest patch was memory leak fix, Ordinary.
Yeah, it actually works really well. I use it when I grind obstacle cores. So I don't have to wait 30 seconds for a retry.
So first door piece has been acquired for Clover. As you can see, the other runners are catching up. I think Lovebot's ever slowly creeping up. I don't know if there's going to be enough time to save, but one mistake from Clover and potentially.
Neither of them are too far behind.
Yeah.
But messing up on Frog would mean a comeback.
Yeah. Clean overworld there from Clover. So when you fade in to the hub, it's like really disorienting as you saw, but you can actually start moving very, very quickly. So if you can sort of memorize your way to the door, you can get there quite fast and head through. It does save some seconds.
I kind of missed my cue though. I was a bit off, but I was close enough.
It wasn't too bad.
Clover is moving on to the D&D segment.
Or your favorite part, Prism.
Yeah, I know a lot about this part. I've memorized it a lot.
Please tell us. Resident expert.
So, in the D&D segment, you get a sword. This lets you deflect red attacks. And the D&D segment only has bosses that you kill with the sword. There's a skip to 1 that was found. You just walk past him. He's just minding his own business. And then 1 is optional. But the sword, a lot of the fights can be very well optimized, and it's unique before getting the arm, especially. Because there's not a lot of other time saves.
Yeah, so there's, as you see these red attacks, the closers deflecting. Obviously, if you can perfectly route the ones you can hit, you can kill them as quick as possible. There is like actual time save in the fights now, as opposed to just surviving through to the end.
Getting a perfect goblin with good mashing can save like 3 seconds, I believe, over like just an average one.
Yeah, I think there's one you miss, isn't there? There's one that you have to go from the full all the way to the right or all the way to the left or something like that. I think we just saw
I think if you miss 2, you have to sit through a little bit of another cycle.
I did very good optimal movements. Totally not.
Coming up next is the Dark Knight.
I love the Dark Knight. I love the little game trees that appears.
Yeah.
When I first fought it, I thought my game legitimately froze.
Yeah, me too. It's terrifying because there's like a loud sound right afterwards as well.
In the Dark Knight fight, you can miss, I believe, 3 shots before you lose the quick kill, which actually saves a lot of time
And I missed.
compared to normal.
Okay, we're not gonna do this optimal.
So the time save in being optimal on these like Goblin and the Dark Knight aren't too like major. I think like there's not like a massive amount of like crazy tech and learning required for these two. They're not that complex of fights. It's the final fight in the D&D section that, in my opinion, requires the most learning, and it's very impressive to see a second phase kill. I think that's really, really exciting, and hopefully one of the runners does showcase that. I know that Quentin has practiced this a lot, so hopefully he can be the one to show us.
I really hope he does. I really hope
As you saw, that a Clover had to sit through an extra bit of a fight during Dark Knight due to missing attacks. That loses about 5 seconds. But this next fight is way more important.
So you saw he took that like run a little bit wide and went down through the black part there, like not out of bounds, but it's like sort of out of the main texture of the zone, which is part of the joke for anyone wondering why it looks so messy. It's Zig complains about the like stereotypical swamp level, so he makes it a Badlands level that's been hastily put together. So you can walk down and around and avoid a text trigger, and then as you saw, he moved completely around that fight. The Flan in the mech, that skips through that entire fight, which is, obviously quite a big time save because it's a whole song.
Yep.
By just walking through.
Yeah, so D&D section is actually one of the parts where the other runners can cut up a bit. Since my movement is not optical, and I know for a fact that Quentin's is. Or at least more optimal than I'm used to.
Yeah, so Evil Mage here is what Clover is now fighting, I believe. There's other names you guys use for it too.
Evil Wizard.
Evil Wizard. There's been a few names I've seen.
I refer to him as Raze because I heard someone call him Raze and I forgot who it
Pretty sure
was.
it's more Dark Raid in the game. What? No, he is Evil Wizard, but I'm pretty sure I've seen Dark Raid, but there's also been some naming issues with the game at some point.
Oh yeah, the
Like
song
Rumble was
incredible. In the Quantum Battle, that song is not actually in the... Oh, what is that called?
So this phase is ending up here for Clover, at least the second phase. So in this, you can actually have him defeated, and hopefully Quentin does showcase that because he has mapped it out and routed it perfectly. He did give us all a lovely guide on it. He's a very nice guy.
At least I got it before he comes into the hard part. So that's good.
As long as you kill him before phase, I think 4. You save
Phase
time.
4.
Because phase 4 is really slow.
Yep.
Before you can even get 1 kill.
And then you can even, if you come to phase 4 or 5, then the game just ends normally for you.
Yeah.
Pardon me, could I plug another donation real quick?
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. So we have a $40 donation from Bram Hall V, and this is going towards Octopath Traveler, all females.
Wow.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you very much. These donations are lovely to see. The support coming out. So for completing the D&D segment, you get the second door piece. Obviously, just one more to go. So it's like 3 pieces you need, and the final piece is towards the castle, which is where Clover's heading now. We do have a small skip here. I believe we're using it.
Yeah, got it.
Nice. It's called Instacart. So you essentially, at the end of this little road that you can see the beginning of here, there is a minecart that you get on to ride to the next section, and when you phase through, your initial position during the loading is right next to it, so you can fairly easily in the few frames of movement that you're allowed.
That's,
Sneak your way through.
I know we memed about dying on the minecart, but let's not actually do it.
Minecart is one of the harder sections.
Yeah, it's good for time saves too, because it's fully down to how quickly you can go left and right, so...
Yeah, it's the only level not bound to actually, like, the game itself, but more the user.
Yeah.
Well, that and all the fights where you actually have to deal damage.
Yeah, we have an individual level speedrun segment for just the minecart, and I think the record you have is 33 seconds, Prism? You hold it, don't you? So...
Oh yeah, it's a 33.333.
Lovely.
It's very optimizable if you just mash really fast. I also play on expert mode when doing it because I have an invulnerability, though I don't know if that actually does anything.
Okay, so Lovebot has reached the evil wizard.
Oh, he's
I'm
catching
not
up.
good at this fight, so you won't be seeing a fast kill from me, probably. I practiced it a lot during, like, pre-marathon practice, but no.
Yeah, and
not my
Quentin's
strong
now arriving as well. I think Quentin's prowess on this fight may actually close the gap. There's a chance, it depends if he pulls it off. It is quite mechanically intensive, so...
At the very least, it'll put him closer.
Yeah, I mean... They should save some time there.
Yeah, if I didn't drop the spaghetti on the Dark Knight, I would have, you know, probably not have had that gap. So...
So currently Clover is getting the very long plank certificate, handling certificate, because you need to prove that you are capable of handling very long planks, or they won't give you one. So you have to do
It is a very important profession.
This is true. So you must prove it through the medium of groovy beats. See, this is
I
where
didn't get the kill.
Oh,
So I have to sit through this phase now, which is just like I can't attack him, so this is what we want to avoid.
yeah. Oh no. So those are the two ways you can lose a lot of time here. Is either taking a death or missing
That
the,
was
like,
very
kill
unfortunate.
timing. Yeah. Means we get another chance to see the speed kill though. It's very interesting to watch. Because there are a lot of notes that if you hit them, they will hit one of the like the tall pink notes, and that does block the attack. So it's about hitting the ones that actually will hit him. As you can
The
see, coming
double
up,
section is harder.
yeah, this like left-right thing. You can hit two of them at once. It's very easy to take damage though.
Yeah, and if you mess up the timing after getting hit, you can't actually hit it.
Nice. So there, Quentin managed to kill it during that like double phase, as we were calling it. That's like what we call the second phase. There's one more phase after that before the intermission that Logbot reached. So you can see just like the difference in time that you can have if you can kill it really quickly. Obviously,
That was a really good raid.
it was awesome. Yeah. It's unfortunate about the death prior, but I mean, it was an awesome showcase. You had to go for it.
Oh, I looked away and Clover is almost done with the haunted castle.
Yeah, very quick. I mean, Maze is completely, like, safe, right? I believe the Maze monster position is the same every time, so as long as you take the same path, you don't run the risk.
Yeah, I think you just go left, up, left, up, left. Maybe
Yeah,
another up and then.
it's something like that, yeah. I know what you mean.
Which is sad because it's a very fun fight. But it's
Instacart
kinda
cheap.
active.
Yeah, I got it.
Nice, Lovebot. First try. Both of you first tried it so far. I always
Clover
like
was actually on a nice run.
it's very good pace actually, yeah. This could be a contender. The sub hour maybe, I believe. If he does the frog wrath kill, maybe.
Oh, don't put the
Yeah.
pressure on me now. I don't know how to do frog red kill.
The D&D was slightly sloppy, but
It's still gonna be there next time.
it's fair. That's a hard segment.
Well, fun fact, I think I am at the moment 3 minutes ahead of PB.
Oh,
Maybe
we could
2.
PB during the race. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Let's go, Clover.
So pretty much what this game, it doesn't even look like it, but mashing through the text on fastest is even faster than just clicking normally to it. And that loses a lot of time if you do it normally. So yeah, well, Lovebot and Quentin are doing the cart, I suppose.
I'm doing muck now.
A Mark.
Flan and muck.
Quentin's just getting through cart.
Actually, we talked about the longest fight, but actually the longest part is this thing, because this walking is like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it that long?
Yep.
It really is that long. I think the split is like, with everything, is like 6 minutes long or something. With like all the talking and stuff.
Pain.
Oh man, sometimes I just space out on it.
To be fair,
I
you
really
wouldn't really
don't.
notice, Mr. Iron. What was it called? Corridor ending again?
Oh yeah. This,
Corridor?
This guy
Oh,
with the corridor.
yeah, Corridor.
So there is.
Corridor is a 3-hour run where all you do is walk.
Yeah, the game has multiple endings where we're just doing one of them, the shortest one, but yeah, Corridor is just like tedious and long, with very little going on.
Yeah, you run through a corridor. They're like segmented into different rooms, like in terms of like the game, and there are, I believe, it's 887, something it is, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it's about that much.
Yeah, 887 rooms, and they take about, I think it's 9 seconds to get through each.
Until you come halfway through with the rock parts.
Yes. Prior to
The rock parts were very fun. I love overworld movement.
It takes about 3 hours. Yeah, it takes about 3 hours. Quicker if you're quick, but for like a casual playthrough, you're likely to spend about 3 hours.
Casual, yes, really. I think I got through like a 2-hour 30-something minute. On the corridor segment, not the actual rest of the run.
So it's not really a very friendly, like a marathon friendly kind of run, but it's definitely a thing. I think Pacifist is quite a nice run. It's a good length. It showcases enough things.
And it doesn't really spoil too much.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, aside from Frog's dialogue at the end, but like...
What dialogue? They're skipping through it.
You're right. You see
There is
one
no
frame,
dialogue
gone
to
the
be
next.
seen.
So,
Except the ATM.
Oh yeah, true, no, ATM. He refuses to let you skip him.
Oh yeah.
So
So the reason they are not normally in this room with the purple mage summon guys, you can just walk out of bounds and skip the fights, but you need to fight Zob first, so you can actually get the pacifist ending.
yeah,
Because if you don't, Zob and Rob don't spawn together, and that means the soul counter is lower, meaning it thinks you killed, even though you didn't.
so you essentially softlock yourself out of the ending. Yeah, it's quite sad. So you have to go through this one fight, and then you can just run back and do the out of bounds skip. It's not like a particularly complex out of bounds. It's just the wall hasn't got like the wall hitbox very close to where you exit the room, and there's like a small gap you can get in before you trigger leaving the room. You can sneak in, just slip through out of bounds.
I hope I get it
So,
first
yeah,
try, but we'll see.
In the Zob fight, you actually saw wavy flat attacks, which isn't too common in this game. There's like multiple that use that. I think skulls are even less common, but we're about to see a lot of them.
I think the wavy ones are the hardest to deal with because I believe they are slightly random. I think it's based on your position sometimes. I haven't fully twigged on why they are where they are sometimes, but they are very annoying to dodge. So Clover has
The
a
hitbox?
out there. Time save for the other.
Hitbox definitely feels bigger.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, they went through the loading zone.
Oh no.
Oh no, here it comes.
They gotta
Here it
open the
comes.
door.
So if you accidentally trigger the leave the room to walk down, you'd obviously have to go through opening the door again and again.
No! Clover,
Ah, come on!
Oh, no!
Love what's gonna get through the whole desert.
I'm coming for you.
Oh no.
The time saves. They're catching me.
Get him, Love Bot. Now's your chance.
Okay, got it.
There we go. He did it.
Oh man.
So here you run out of bounds, and you can wave to Rob, sorry, world champion.
Hip Hop Rob, as I call him.
He's just chilling. And the ever so lovely devs put the door trigger behind the door as well, so you can just sneak on in there.
Don't walk backwards because
Oh,
she
you
will
met up with the
immediately
Skeletor.
trigger the fight.
That loading zone you can just walk into from the other side. Because that's how doors work.
Of course. Doors are just an
Yeah,
illusion.
definitely.
Clover is going into Gold Pig, which is the antagonist. He's a big meanie. He made Blue steal your arm, then ripped off his legs. So you're gonna kill him.
No, we're not gonna
But
kill
you
him.
can't.
You can't.
No, you're just gonna dance aggressively at him until he gives up.
Yeah, just dodge his attacks until he gets tired.
So what is unique on this game is that its mechanics, but also the soundtrack. It's just so good.
It's phenomenal. I agree. I mean, I think a game like this is kind of made by its music, right? So
Yeah.
it's a good thing. I think that's what makes this game so special, is the soundtrack, like, combined with the other elements. I think people that maybe aren't too big on story-driven games could still enjoy this, just purely for the music and the fights. Like, they are really just an enjoyable experience.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the hidden fights are really fun.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot. You can tell there's a lot of like love and effort put into these encounters. They're really, really well designed.
My only complaint with the game was that I wish there was more.
True. I have to agree. I felt really sad when I ran out of things to do. That's why I got into the speedrunning. Endless
battles.
content.
Oh, I hear it.
So a lot of these left-right dodges that Clover's doing are actually fairly precise. Like, if you dodge while you're quite close to being hit by the tall notes, you can usually slip between what looks like a very difficult gap to fit through. Obviously, you are using the little iframes that you can get as well. Going left, right. Oh, I got close for Clover.
I'm fine. Totally did not die there almost.
The wavy notes are evil.
Wavy notes are the worst. I hate them. They sneak up on you.
Because you take one hit and you're like, it's fine, I've got a buffer still. But then you take that second hit and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, the first hit is
And
fine. It's
you're worried
chill.
in that little bit you're invincible.
Nice.
Gold Pig is down.
Also,
A lot of mashing.
I'm quite jealous of Blue Teeth. Because of
I mean,
his jump he's gonna do soon. It's like, why can we not jump in the overworld?
oh, if we could do that.
Yeah, look
We
at
could just
the
go out of
jump.
bounds
Look at the
everywhere.
jump. Woo! Yahoo!
They have the technology, but they didn't give it to us.
I mean, we're jumping in fights. I guess our just main character doesn't want to hop around because they're lame. They're not
Hey, guys,
one for parties.
time is almost coming up. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. We're almost at the end.
Okay, I got out of bounds first try there.
Yeah, love bot. Very, very clean out of bounds. And then
Robot's catching up, though he has to sit through 4 minutes. I think. Yeah, more than
Right after I said it was really clean.
And good game.
Nice. Nice. Let's go.
That was a good run.
That was very.
Why is the timer frozen? Uh-oh.
GG, Clover.
I broke the
what is your
game. I broke the game. Oops, my bad.
Oh no.
Pardon me, would it be alright if I plug a couple donations here?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, thank you. So we had a $2 donation from Rowena. Let's kickstart a $2 donation train. My favorite character is Frog and Green Mage. Anyone else know who's the best? Put this towards naming the Knights of the Old Republic 2 character, Frog. And then we also have a $32.72 donation from Naven. One 2-inch by 8-inch by 16 feet number 2 and better Prime Douglas furboard, please. And I don't know if this is a inside joke, but I'm not sure about this incentive.
Both of those people are also in the speedrunning scene. It's I don't know what Naven said. I'm confused.
So what happened while you were... we debated you a little bit. It wasn't time. It was just the bit of a debate ending. So you've now received your arm, and Frog has come to graciously give you another tutorial. It's a new mechanic in the game. You can now absorb and deflect attacks. So when a note is about to hit you, you can absorb it, and if you absorb 2 of the same color, you can then press the button again to fire it. And,
Special note, it has to be colorful. If it's black tinted, it cannot be absorbed.
yeah, those are immune. Slow.
And now it's time to kill everyone.
Yeah. Because that's the
Murder.
meaning of pacifist. Killing
Exactly.
Yeah, kill them all. Get rid of them.
Yeah, so we're pacifist gamers, so we are going to refuse. We're going to refuse to kill them. We're nice guys.
Are we?
We don't do mean things.
We don't?
The other 2 runners are both working through Gold Pig now, so they are approaching. They're not too far behind.
That was a nice mission.
That was very, very clean for our spirit.
For spirit, you have to leave them alone and leave. Normally you would just kill them, but you're not doing that. You're going home. If some creepy mushroom guy told you to kill him in some drug realm, I would not do it either. Get me out of here.
You wouldn't?
So,
That's strange.
by refusing to do it, the ghosts that have been egging you on to kill people all game, to free them, sorry, have been very mad at you and trying to ask you like, why are you doing that? And you're kind of just ignoring them, just donor wall, no response.
Sorry, I don't speak ghost.
And now you get back to the hub, and there's a new door for you to go through. And we didn't really get to see it because he's optimizing his movement by not letting us see the dialogue boxes.
Of course not. That's no fun. There's no fun in knowing the story.
But essentially, you are agreeing to break your destiny and your fate by going through that door. And then the tutorial Frog that we love so much, he's not very happy with us for that. So now he's going to show us just how mad he can be.
You entered the forbidden ghoul realm. He did not like that.
He's not happy. So this fight is about 4.5 minutes long, and it can be cut down by about half through optimized damage. But as you can see, there's a lot of notes that you can't absorb mixed in with the ones that you can. And if there's 2 of those flat notes or 1 of the tall notes in front of where you're shooting, it does get blocked. So you have to know very precisely which notes to absorb, where to fire them, all the while not getting hit as well, because that loses the ones you've absorbed. It's very, very precise inputs in a very fast-paced fight.
I don't know, so
Yeah, it takes a lot of learning. So I would be impressed if you busted it out of nowhere. I'm gonna be honest.
Shoutouts to Jackie for getting a really clean frog. Like
Yeah.
ridiculous amounts.
I mean, rightfully deserved as the first sub hour, the current world record holder is the best at Frog's Wrath by a mile in the community at the moment.
They also, I think, showed up and like in a day got the genocide record.
Oh yeah, double record holder.
Yeah, they're crazy at the game.
Very good.
I'm shooting all the things I should not shoot. Doesn't matter.
So the only real ways you can lose time outside of not killing it quick enough is dying. Luckily, there are 3 checkpoints. Well, the base start and then 2 later checkpoints in this fight.
This is a very hard fight.
Yeah. It might not be too obvious on the screen, but it's a lot faster than other encounters in the game. I mean, I'm sure you can kind of tell, but when you're playing it, it feels so much different to spectating it. It's very quick.
Yeah, so I'm not focusing on doing damage anymore because it's not gonna be worth it anymore.
So you're just prioritizing surviving.
Almost the first. We are already past the first checkpoint,
Yes.
and we almost. After this section, we will be passing the second.
Yeah. After the intermission, I call this the intermission. It's kind of like there's no way to deal damage. It's just a lot of like text and slow notes. You can actually like take him down a fair bit before this, which is like the bulk of the time save for the quick kill.
Oh, wait, did the audio get swapped for the stream? Oh, it did. Now it's on Quentin's.
That's okay. We'll listen to the song through Quentin. You're in for a treat.
Preview of Frog.
Yeah, oh, you're in for a treat. This song is so good. Real like epic boss music, isn't it? Oh yeah, we debated them.
Yeah.
So this is the ending segment here of Frog's Wrath. It is the hardest part of the fight, the last like 10 to 20 seconds. I'll say the last 20, because it includes that bit just now and then this bit. It gets kind of crazy.
It's very hard not to get hit.
Yeah. I mean, even on normal, you can still die here. I mean, taking 3 hits in a short frame of time is very possible. But wow.
Let's
Enjoy
go!
what you see.
This is a PP.
So clean as well. Very, very clean end section there, buddy. Well done.
Wait, Clover, are you on PB points?
Yeah, well, I don't know what my PB was, but I know that I'm at least 3 minutes under it.
Oh, you're going.
Oh, this is definitely PB for Clover. I'm fairly certain.
Oh,
Incinerator itself is just a huge save with all the new skips as well. So we have time coming up
looks
when the
like a
credits.
love bot.
So time coming up as soon as the credits appear on the screen. And that is now. Nice.
That was a good run.
That was a 103.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
GG, man.
Very clean 103. You beat my time. I'm falling down the leaderboard live on stream.
Nice.
And it looks like we're getting a second preview of Frog with Lovebot.
We
But
are.
Quentin's almost there.
Really nice time.
I am happy I went for Incinerator. I'm happy I could showcase this run.
Yeah.
And of course, the fun is not over because we still have 2 runners.
Oh yeah. You get triple the fun.
I'm rooting for Quentin to catch up.
I'm notorious at failing this rock fight at the very end, so he probably
no.
can.
Come on, Quentin. God, Clover's mashing was really good.
Could still have improved quite a bit. Sadly.
Hey, controller mashing.
Fair.
I believed it. I believe. Controller mains rise up.
Clover.
Rising up. Also, while we're at it, I want to show you guys. Actually, they have some merch for the EverHood community. So, of course, as a speedrunner of EverHood, I couldn't let it go of buying the shirt. And actually, it has all the characters in the game on it, which is really cool.
That's nice. I have to say that this game is $10 on Steam, and it's very much worth the money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get so many
Buy
hours.
it for the story, buy it for the music, and the other way around, because both are amazing.
Yeah, if you like game challenges, like I said, the no-hit achievements are so fun to attempt.
Good luck.
Getting no hit on the secret boss, the Death Gnomes, took me a while. That one is painful.
Yeah, that and Incinerator are the last ones I need. It's tricky.
You can do Incinerator. With Death Gnomes before.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh wait, I get to hear the frog song.
And you can finally listen to this jammer.
Yeah, the song is very nice.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Quentin is on PB pace as well.
I think his time is a 108, so if he doesn't die...
Potentially.
No, wait. Yeah.
Could have-
I
we-
didn't work for Lockup actually. Lockup is in 108 and 21.
Oh,
So,
you could have a triple PB. Ooh.
yeah.
If Lovebot does not die, this is a PB. Absolutely.
Yeah, the disparity we're seeing is just the Incinerator. Like, that's the difference. It's a very tricky thing to learn, and as we said, inconsistent because of the RNG factor. So that's just like the difference in the PBs. The people that have taken the time to go through.
As well as D&D.
I got too nervous and everybody was just like, I didn't say anything because I knew I was PB pace, and then everybody made it obvious, and then I fucking failed.
No, Lovebot. I was rooting for Quentin, but I still feel bad. No.
Sending the love to the Lovebot.
And it was right at the end, like the last little 3 seconds of the fight, so it's a big time loss.
I lost the TV to that second.
Commentator.
Literally the left.
Yeah, so I'm missing PB by literal seconds almost now, just because of that mistake at the end.
Still a
Well, I
very
thought
bad.
Quentin was later in the fight.
Yeah, I thought he'd caught up actually, but he's almost there.
Yeah, he's a little past the middle point.
They haven't got too much in the fight to go.
I think dying on Rage is just a big time loss. still, that quick kill in the second attempt was great.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice showcase for us, and I mean, ultimately, it is a race setting. You can't just reset when something goes wrong, so you got to just stick through it, haven't you? So it's a little unfortunate, but we got some showcase out of it, so I'm quite happy.
Same.
That is time for a love life.
You saw kind of.
Oh yeah, actually.
That's I mean, it's awesome. We technically got to showcase near enough everything we wanted to showcase. We got Incinerator, we got Quick Kill. It was cool. The only thing we didn't get to showcase was the Prototype Quick Kill, but it's very challenging. There's only like one person that can really do it, so.
Yeah, and pretty much, if it wasn't possible, has only been discovered like less than a week ago, and then the top runner has actually managed to do it.
Yeah.
I think the rest either didn't bother to learn it yet, or probably just didn't get it yet.
And Quentin just finished. Nice.
This was pretty good.
I'd say we all three did pretty well, all
Yeah.
things considered. Because again, this is such a game where if you fail one of the fights, you just put back so far, right? So the fact that we failed the minimum amount of time, I think is good.
They're
I
all
must
solid
say-
runs.
Minimum.
I must say,
We did. We beat the estimate by like 10
I'm coming up
minutes.
again when the credits appear. Time.
GG guys.
Congrats. Congrats to Clover for
Yeah, congrats on the win. That was a really, really nice run. Incinerator, fairly clean throughout. I mean, the 103 is a very good time, and you were closing in on the 102, so
Yeah, only 2 seconds. I must say, I'm really happy. Also, the fact that Lovebot and Quentin kind of caught up at some point, kind of pushed me over to do even better, so to speak. I must just say, I really enjoyed doing this race with you guys. Also, Pinty and Prism, thank you so much for commentating.
Yeah, thank you guys.
thank you for having us. It's awesome. Yeah.
And of course, no glitches allowed. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for the race. It was really awesome to see. Congrats to all the runners, Clover, Lovebot, Quentin, and our commentators as well, T and Prism. Any closing words or any discords you want to plug while you're here?
Well, of course, the Discord community, or the EverHood community, you can find our Discord on speedrun.com. All the information. We have resources, guides on how to get all the older versions of the game, so you can run on the most optimal ones. Like all the resources are there. So definitely go join and pick up the game.
And even if
and
you
also join the official EverHood Discord. There's a lot of nice people there.
Yeah, this game in general has a lovely community, and our speedrunning community is great. If you ever have any like queries or questions, anyone would be happy to help. Just drop a question, and you'll get the help you need with anything.
and of course, even if you only like to watch speedruns, but you still think this game is awesome, because it really is, play it. Believe me, the story is so worth it, and the music too.
Phenomenal.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you all so much for doing the race. We're underestimate, which is really awesome. Do you want to throw out one last donation we got? It's a $10 donation from Big Bites. Thank you all for showcasing this incredible game. I'm still in awe of that first attempt Incinerator clear from Clover.
Very nice.
shoutouts to the amazing EverHood Pacifist race by Clover, Lovebot, and Quentin5. Next up, we have Mr. Uppercase T running Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition, 80% glitchless. For those of you unaware, we are raising money for Go Rescue. Our current incentive list includes Star Wars. I actually don't know what that's an acronym for. I'm not very familiar with the Star Wars game, but Star Wars KOTOR2 Sith Lords incentive save get HK47. The current amount raised, if assuming this incentive tracker is updated, is $0 out of the required 75. Then for the same game, there's also an incentive for naming a character, so that could be exciting. Bug Snacks has a select Grumpus color, which is a choice between orange, yellow, black, and green. And Final Fantasy VIII also has 2 incentives. Name Squall, which is currently winning, current winning name is Doggo with $10. And select party music, which is currently Doo-Wop and Irish Jig as options. Irish Jig is winning with $10. Thank you, Arena. Knights of Guild Republic 2. Thanks for the correction. Loveball will get $10 donation. Thank you so much for letting us run. Have a great marathon. We're happy to have you, and thank you for wishing us good luck with the rest of it. I'm not sure if this last $10 donation was read out, but Bix Bites with $10. Thank you all for showcasing this incredible game. I'm still in awe of that first attempt incinerator clear from Clover. Last December for no